Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a Divine Masculine reading. I just got finished doing a Divine Feminine reading. So if you haven't watched that already, you might want to go over and watch that too. Couple of housekeeping things. If you guys are guided to the Holy Fire Reiki, you hear me talk about it all the time. It is present in this session. It is present in these readings. It's present in my voice. It's all around. The light that you see around me essentially is Holy Fire Reiki. So if that interests you and you want to be a part of that and be attuned to that and have been interested in that, taking a course. I also have a level 1 class coming up for those. I've had a couple of people email me and ask me when I'm doing those, and those are in June. All of that is on the website. And get in touch with me. Click on the link below just to learn more information. There's a ton of information there so that you can just read about it. If you guys need any kind of payment plan or anything like that, don't let money hold you back from your expansion. Please just email me and we will work something out. Okay? All right, so we're going to dig into Divine Masculine energy right now. And I do have my music on. This Dave Matthews Band radio station, which I haven't played in a while. And right now, Bartender is on, and it keeps standing out to me. Bartender, please fill my glass for me with the wine they gave Jesus that set him free. After 3 days in the ground. That's what I just heard. So this Divine Masculine energy it feels very sacred. It feels very, if we're talking about Jesus here, Jesus is the sacred masculine. It's like he's wanting to drink from the glass of sacred masculine energy. Like not Jesus, but this Divine Masculine that I'm talking about. He's coming into that. I feel like there's this longing. He feels this longing. And this card, regeneration. It's number 10 card. So 10 is the end of a cycle. It's the beginning of something new. It is completion, regeneration, this new start. And we're just talking about the wine they gave Jesus, set him free after 3 days in the ground. This is like resurrection kind of energy. This Divine Masculine has just emerged from something big, a big cycle. And he's starting anew. He really has changed. He really has changed a lot. It's almost like you're not going to recognize him. There's a completion of karma. For some of you, they have completed a karmic cycle with the karmic partner. And so for some of you, they are ending things with a karmic energy. Okay? This karmic energy could be a romantic partner. It could be their mother. It could be a sister. It could be, they're all the energy of them is pretty similar. But for some of you, they're just wanting you to know that something is starting new. He's starting over new. And it feels like karmic energy has accelerated that growth, that journey that he was on within this karmic energy, with this karmic partner. I keep hearing that karmic partner was necessary for this new growth. It was necessary. And it's still fresh. Fires are still burning. I hear the home fires are still burning. It's still pretty fresh. So I have solar plexus clearing going on right now too. There is 1:44 on my clock. There's a realization that he's coming to about his own power, about his own worth, and how he deserves something divine. He's just not wanting to settle anymore for the way things used to look or the kind of relationship that he used to want, or he thought that he always wanted. Something really important is being burned off. And I was just talking about the holy fire too. Jesus essentially is the holy fire. I feel like he's spiritual too. I feel like he's spiritual, and for some of you, he's religious. So he goes to church, or he has started going to church because he has started to seek out some sort of connection with a higher being. Or it could be that he's shedding layers. Some of the karmic layers are from the church, the programming from the church. And so his karmic partner was religion and church programming and things like that from his family. That's being burned off. That's what I feel. Okay. I feel that very strongly. For some of you, he is burning off religious trauma. Some of it is sexual trauma in the church. That's specific to a few of you. The holy fire is helping him to do that. The holy fire to me is the energy of oneness, the Christed ones. It is soft. It is connective. It is the abolishment of separation programs. The purpose of holy fire is to bring everyone together, to bring people together. He's been infused with the purity of that kind of energy. The religious connections that he's had in his life, or the understanding of spirituality connected to religion, has started to become more clear to him that there was this separation in religion. There was this separation in church and in preachings and things like that. And it didn't make sense. It's more in a feeling. It's more I feel. Faith is supposed to be something that you feel, right? And there's some kind of faith that's been renewed in him. Faith in you guys, faith in your connection, faith in his connection with Source, trusting the universe. He's trusting and sees in a way that he hasn't ever before. And it's like he sees you in a way that he hasn't before. His faith in your connection and in you guys that he has never really had before. Look at how lit up that is. And the light from the window is kind of coming into the edge of this card too. He's being drawn to the light. He's being drawn to your light. Keep shining your light, okay? Keep shining your light. The authentic you. The more you come into your authenticity, the more he's like, it's like a tractor beam. And he's just like, look at how bright that light is. It's so amazing and beautiful. Isn't she amazing? That's cool. Just take what resonates for you guys, okay? There's going to be some, it feels a little bit, that was a specific message for some of you, like the religious programming is being abolished from his field. He didn't even realize that it was there. For others of you, it doesn't have to do with religion. It just has to do with spirituality. It has to do with finding some kind of church, finding church in here, realizing that church is his heart, and understanding that spirituality doesn't mean religion. He was always kind of, for some of you, he was always kind of resistant to spirituality and your spiritual nature and you being connected to things that were spiritual, because he connected that and associated it with religion and with, Jesus connected to religion and things like that. And I feel like he's had this renewed awakening. He's had, for some of you, it's a brand new awakening. Some of these guys are just waking up to the understanding and awareness of consciousness as a spiritual journey, and not religion. Either separating out the stigmas that were connected to spirituality. And for some of you, it was your spiritual nature. They were resisting that because it felt too connected to their understanding of religion. But they're starting to get past that. They're starting to understand. Yeah. So this between worlds. So they're stepping out of that old paradigm and just slowly coming into this saturated light. It's like they've seen the light. They have seen the light. And it's bright, it's shiny, it's beautiful. Look at all of the color that's there. The number 3 for me too is mind, body, and spirit connection. Something has shifted within the mind, body, and spirit connection. And I'm feeling like it's that spiritual connection for them that has helped them to step past the threshold. But it's going to take some time because there is still this residual kind of energy that is from the past that still keeps them bound there a little bit. They have just stepped through it, and we need to just have a little bit of patience while they acclimate themselves to this bright light, to this new way of being. We can't rush in. Fools. I just heard fools rush in. The fool rushes in. There's something about the fool stepping up. I'm going to grab my tarot deck. Can you tell me more about this Between Worlds card, please? It's definitely stepping into this more of the king energy. Not quite page energy anymore, not as immature. Some of them really have stepped into a more mature energy, a more spiritually mature. For those of you whose person you're thinking of, your divine masculine, was already spiritual, there was this energy of this immaturity, though, a spiritual immaturity that that they didn't know what to do with, that you didn't know what to do with. It kind of repelled you a little bit. Thank you. Another 3 of Wands. So like I was saying, having some patience while he steps into this new realm, while he gets acclimated to, all the light that's coming in. He's absorbing very deep rainbow codes right now. Look at the way this one is lit up right now too. She's just standing there waiting for the ship to come in, just waiting and watching. This is what you've been manifesting. He has stepped into the realization of what he has been manifesting and realizing that for some of you, it's like it's been there all along. He's known that it's been there all along. But he only can now just see that this is everything that I've ever wanted. This is everything that I've ever wanted. And I just didn't realize it before. I didn't see it. My eyes weren't open. I couldn't recognize it. For some of you, you may have been in connection with this person, and let's say, this is my twin flame, and you knew that you were twin flames, but he never really understood that or had doubts about whether it was you or whatever it is. It's like he just didn't recognize you. He didn't recognize you. There was something inside of him that kept him connected to you, like this light is really beautiful, and the connection is something undeniable there, but he just didn't recognize you as his twin or as his counterpart, and something has shifted. An awareness. He's come into a huge wave of light that has opened his eyes to just, this is everything I could have ever wanted. For some of you, this person is someone that you didn't realize that it was. For some of you, shift the characters around if you need to. For some of you, just like MJ says, this is a person that you didn't realize. You're watching as everything that you ever wanted appears in front of your face, and it's someone that's been in the background all of this time. If that resonates for you, go over and watch the Divine Feminine reading too. It could be that he's opening his eyes and realizing that I've got this amazing thing right here in front of me. And I was so focused over here that I didn't realize that what I was trying to manifest, what I was manifesting, was right there in front of me. I just had to open my eyes to it and see past the veil of illusion. Patience. We just have to have patience as they come into that. Patience with yourself if you are on that side of it where you're realizing that it's this other person over here that's been sitting there waiting patiently for you to open your eyes. Have some patience with yourself as you watch that unfold. Okay? Place them in a box until a quieter time. I don't know what he says, but lights. Something about lights. Again, it's Dave Matthews. We've got 3 of Swords, another 3. 3, 3, 3. 333. So that's a number for some of you. 3 of Swords and 2 of Swords. There's a lot of unsurety. There's a lot of that's why we need to have patience right now, because this kind of shifting into a new template, into a new way of thinking, onto a new timeline, and having it be not what you expected or what he expected is really hard to acclimate to, even though it looks really beautiful. We still have this residual energy, this residual consciousness that's sitting here, the subconscious kind of shadow energy that's sitting there saying, this is not what I thought though. And I wanted so badly this other thing. There's a little bit of heartbreak and pain that's being released right now in order to acclimate to this new stuff. There's a little bit of sludge that needs to be cleared through. And the idea that it could be another person than you thought that it was, or there's something that's being released right now. And it's creating doubt. It's creating doubt. There's heartbreak that there is this realization that it is not this other person you were focusing on, that it's someone that's there, that's been waiting for you. It's everything that you could have ever wanted, but there is a little bit of confusion and sadness and just release of the old way, release of the old that needs to happen. And it has been up until now creating this doubt and this veil that caused you or him or this divine masculine that we're talking about to not recognize what was right in front of his face or right in front of your face. This is the karmic energy again. They're taking me back to this karmic energy. So if there was a karmic partner in his life, there was so much that was connected to that karmic partner that kept him feeling safe. And there is a deep soul connection there that is being mourned, that he thought that she was the one. He thought that this was what he wanted. He thought that that's what he wanted. And now he's just so confused. All of this bright light has shined on him, and he's been offered this new opportunity, this new lease on life, this new way of seeing things, this new way of seeing the light. And it's just stirred up. It's stirred up any resistance, the way that he used to resist things before. He's not going to be able to resist. But it's stirred up those old reasons why he always used to resist. For some people, they're showing me the church again. For some people, it's like divorce is a sin. He's been programmed to believe that divorce is a sin. And so it's causing all of this confusion, and it's hard. It's a really hard thing to do, obviously. But he's having to shift out of that programmed fear that he can't be himself and he can't do what he wants and go after everything that he's always wanted because of that programming. Fool's on the bottom. The Fool's on the bottom. He's wanting so bad to just take that chance to step past that. Fools rush in. To step over that threshold. He has already stepped over that threshold. He's halfway there. But there's a leap that needs to happen. I am no Superman, I just heard on the song. I have no answers for you. I am no hero, that's for sure. But I do know one thing. It's where you are is where I belong. He's got a deep pull towards you. Where are you going? That's what it says. So some of you have shifted. Some of you are facing forward and have moved on with another person or whatever it is, and it's causing his this kind of awakening for him. Where are you going? Where are you going though? He's looking at it like, I had everything that I ever wanted right there, and she's moved on. That's for some of you. This is a couple of different collectives that we're talking about here. But it's causing his awakening. It's causing him to question his belief systems. I'm no Superman. I have no answers for you. So this is like a to be continued kind of energy. This is a to be continued reading. That's what they're telling me with that song. That I have no answers right now. This is it. We're in the thick of it right now. There is this regeneration, and it's starting to happen. The process is starting to happen, but it's right at the beginning of it, and there's a lot that needs to be processed through in order to acclimate to this new way of being, to this new world. For some of you, there's a mourning process happening. If you're thinking of the divine masculine as, a counterpart energy, another person outside of you, bring that back into yourself now too. Bring that back into yourself, and for yourself, there's something new that's happening. There's something new that is being presented to you in your realm, in your world. And there is mourning that needs to happen in order to let go of the old, for you to really take advantage of and step into what you have been creating, you have been asking for. This new person that's coming into your life. This is who you've been manifesting. This is who you've been asking for. And so it's time to let go of the old template and the old way of thinking and that old person and those expectations, because you have moved beyond that. And for some of you, that other person that you were connected to in the past is not going to move on past that. They have chosen not to. They've chosen not to take the leap. For some of you, they have chosen to take the leap. Or for some of you, you've chosen to take the leap and they haven't. So that's why you've called in this other person, this new person into your field. That is your manifestation. So there is pain that you need to let go of and feel and process through, and realize that the way that things were supposed to look before, or you thought that they were supposed to look, 2:02 on my clock, it's hasn't quite developed the way that you wanted it to, but you are getting everything that you ever asked for. Okay? The universe is showing it to you in a different way now, though. Okay? And so for some of you, that's you. For some of you, that's the divine masculine energy. For some of you, you are divine masculine energy and you just don't realize it. So for some of you, you're women and you don't realize how much more right now you are resonating and displaying divine masculine energy. And so if you are looking at divine feminine readings, those are going to be good for you too, and you're going to get codes and activations and stuff from those too. But you yourself are more masculine energy than what you realize. And so if you're looking to find out information about another person, you might want to watch the divine feminine readings instead for a little while. Okay? You've kind of shifted over into more masculine energy, which is an amazing thing for you because you have created movement. You are manifesting and creating this action. These things are happening in your life. They're happening because you are creating them, because you have stepped into that kind of sacred masculine manifesting energy. Okay? I feel like they kind of bounced all over the place, but it's, like I said, there's a couple of different collectives in here. So just take what resonates for you, leave behind what doesn't, because that's for somebody else. I see three. I see three different kinds of collectives of divine masculine energies that are here right now, and that's kind of what we're wading through. And yes, and there will be a balance. There is a balance in the middle between all of them, but there is this karmic justice that is coming to completion. That's what I hear. And again, the number 11 card. That's all they're giving me. That's all they're giving me. This was on the bottom, though. This is on the bottom. This is holding it up. This is holding everything up. So there is a balance coming in. There is a balancing. for some of you, for the other part of the collective that resonates with the church stuff, I think, this can also be a court case. This can also be something about court, going to court. So it could be that the energy of the divorce that I was talking about, or rectifying the church programming about divorce, that is on the bottom of all of this. This is what's holding it up, is there is an energy of some kind of justice, some kind of court case, something coming up. Okay? All right, guys. If you need any help with all of this, if you want to dig into your own personal situation, book a session with me. Like I said, I opened my availability up for the next month, I believe. So there's not much there. So go over and book a session while I have some availability there. All right. All the information's in the box below. I love you guys so much. Talk to you soon.